Hi, my name is Lawrence, and it is my pleasure to invite you to join me on a 2-day tour to the scenic and fascinating the Bylong Valley, located in the Midwestern region of New South Wales. Our journey starts from Castlereagh Highway, just north of the town of Ilford, New South Wales, and we turn right on Bylong Way. We will visit twin towns of Kandos and Rylstone, and some surprises for train enthusiasts. We will be travelling between two great national parks, the Goulburn River National Park to the north and the Wollemi Park to the south. Our first attraction is to drop in and visit the Ilford Valley Cherry Farm. Rows of cherry trees, rolling hills in a surreal and tranquil valley. It's a retreat resort with a lot to offer to anyone who wishes to leave anxiety and life stresses behind for some time. And I am sure that many will agree. We get back on Bylong Way. We will make a short detour and visit the train station of Glendulla. Glendulla is a small town with a population of 197 and established early 1880. The railway station is no longer in use. Train station and the railway tracks has recently been refurbished, and trains will revisit during heritage tours only. A magnificent scenic view of the Bylong Valley, with the Great Dividing Range in the background. Next stop on our journey is to visit the town of Kandos, twin sister town to Rylstone. Kandos is a small town in the central tablelands of New South Wales. It became established in 1918 with a population of 1,263. The small town is nestled below Cumbermelon Mountain, very close by. The main industry of the town was mainly cement production that started in 1916. Limestone and shale was lifted from nearby quarry and transported to the cement factory. Kandos has greatly helped to build New South Wales, supplying cement for the housing industry, dams, roads, and all the cement needed to build the Sydney Harbour Bridge. Kandos train station during the Industrial Revolution. The station was closed in 2005. And after track restoration between Kandos and Rylstone, it was reopened in 2021, only for heritage tours to let go. Our next stop would be Rylstone, some 6 kilometers north of Kandos, with a population of 904. Rylstone was established by 1850 and predominantly an agricultural community with wool, sheep, cattle, wine, grapes and olives being their main pursuit. Coal mining and cement production was also significant. We briefly stop at a servo for a top-up before we continue on to our journey. Wollemi National Park is the Greater Wilderness Park of New South Wales, a breathtaking paradise on earth. Deep gorges and gullies, with lush forests, rivers and lakes. A wilderness awaiting to be explored and enjoyed by the keen adventurer. The Rylstone railway line section was extended to Bogee on September 1884 and closed in 2007. The station was reinstated and refurbished in 2017. The 8-kilometer rail link to Kandos was refurbished with 3,500 steel sleepers, replacing the old and tired wooden ones. The Kandos Rylstone Rail Heritage Precinct was reinstated again. We are back on the road again, and we're heading to our next stop, which is the town of Bylong. A scenic 60-kilometer stretch. But I must warn you, the road is narrow and winding in many places, so be prepared. Was a hell of a drive, don't you agree? A free downhill roller coaster. And I hope you enjoyed the song To Glory by one of my favorite epic songwriters, Two Steps from Hell. I stopped for a break and went for a short walk into a shady, quiet and peaceful gully forest, as I captured these colorful and delicate beauties on camera. Life is full of surprises if we are willing to look a little closer into our magical, colorful world. We continue on our journey, and the last town to visit is the sleepy town of Bylong. We are now entering the town of Bylong without seeing anything or anyone. Even the local store is shut. The population is only 23. The local sports ground offered free camping, so I prepared for the night. A good laydown was welcomed, and after enjoying a quick dinner and a glass of red wine, I lay down in the hope to get a good night's sleep, only a few meters away from the cemetery. Somehow I felt welcomed and protected. As they say, only the living can hurt you. Through the night, I had a friendly visit by a hungry fox. We will continue on our second day journey, but first we will stop at a level crossing in the hope to catch a diesel loco coming our way. And sure enough, a sweet loud noise. The Horizon freight train is a major coal hauler in New South Wales. The Ulan line is the primary functional line for hauling coal from Ulan and the other two coal mines. This freight train is heading towards Sandy Hollow, Muswellbrook and Port Newcastle to unload. But first it must snake around and through two narrow tunnels under the Great Divide. This specific area is called Cox's Gap. Work on these tunnels started in 1937 as a work relief scheme. Work has desperately suffered using manual tools with horses and carts. Work continued through World War II at a desultory pace. Due to shortage of materials, money and other factors, work construction on the tunnels was abandoned, with 92% of the construction completed. Work recommenced in the early 1980s and the line was opened as a heavy haul to the major coal mine at Ulan in 1982. We will visit the entrance to this tunnel on our next stop. I estimated that these freight trains are more than a kilometer long, but can be twice or even 3 times longer, with multiple locomotives added to the chain. Coal has been our lifeline for many decades. It turned on lights in our homes, power and energy for our daily cooked meals. It powered our industrial revolution. Coal has served us well and will continue to serve us for some time yet, until we are ready to find sufficient and cheaper, cleaner energy. Another large diesel-electric Pacific National freighter, a large Australian company that operates throughout all states. I will have to confess, I am fascinated by trains, no matter what type or model they are, and I am sure there's many people out there who feels the same way. They play a big part in our lives. They are our steel working horse, transport, and many people find them romantic. They deserve our respect and great admiration. For the last century, train technology has astonishingly moved very fast, with powerful diesel engines and super fast trains that runs with magnetic and levitation forces. We will continue to our last visit, Cox's Gap, located between two great national parks. I often stop to take a short break and a short walk and enjoy some peace and tranquility. We have arrived at the Cox's Gap railway tunnel. I am quite certain that this event is going to be the highlights of our journey, and let's hope it is. Like a giant snake, weaves and twists, it rattles, grinds, and squeaks. A TT class diesel electric, powered by a V16 engine, developing 4,300 horsepower. Three powerful locomotives are assisting to haul these 80 fully laden cars. I estimated 80 cars at 50 meters long per car. It makes the train 1.2 kilometers long, not including the locals. Heading east towards Muswellbrook and to Port Newcastle to unload. Through the number 1 Caribou Tunnel, built between 1946 and 49. Work commenced to complete the tunnel in 1980s. It is one of 3 tunnels in the Bylong area. We will continue travelling a little further, across the ranges down to Caribou, near Glendulla, in the hope to catch another freight coming from Muswellbrook, where we will end our fascinating journey. We will travel no more than an hour to clear the mountain range, to the valley below. As we reached the valley, I pulled up near a railway crossing. I went to grab my camera to be ready for my next and last freight, when suddenly and unexpectedly a cold freighter zoomed past me only a few meters away, where I just managed to frame the diesel local 5035. It is heading to the tunnel we just visited, only in the opposite direction.